Greetings! It is I, Evernoob, and a slightly... that is distracting. Slightly different than my survival series video. This are some farms and uses for lightning that either are or should be in the game. Kind of had the idea for this. I was thinking about my survival series, and I remembered I had an Overworld gold farm with no need for the nether. And I was like, I wonder what else I can do with lightning. So that is kind of the impetus for what this video became in my research. But, so first off, can always use lightning to power a redstone. I'm not sure why you would ever want a thunderstorm-based, redstone mechanic machine, maybe to fire off a flying machine very rarely, like a super industrial build, but it is an option. And that's all there really is for that. Obviously you can charge creepers with the lightning, with the channeling enchantment as well, but this is kind of a super duper simple setup for a scoot slash bowl farm, because if you strike a turtle with lightning, it kills him and it drops a bowl. But if you want, I mean, you can get rid of the part where they hatch and just put turtles in here. And yeah, if you really wanted a bowl farm, like let's say you set this up on a mycelian island or something like that. But I think if you give it the added purpose with the eggs on the side, you'll get a chance of some scoots every now and again. And this could just run in the background. And then whenever you know... you also get some seagrass. But you wouldn't have to pay too much attention to it. And anytime it's thundering out, just come over to it. Don't go in it. And bada bing. And some more seagrass, some more bowls. So if you ever really, really wanted some bowls, that would be the deal, yo. But yeah, adding this little extra layer where you can do that. I figure if it's sort of in your main area, let's say this village is like my main operating base or something, it'd be loaded enough so they'd eventually hatch. And then obviously you could put lighting around here so zombies couldn't come and stomp on them. But simple little concept. The next one. This is what was the inspiration for the video. None of these farms are efficient because they all require lightning, but they may be useful in some capacity early game. So this is an Overworld gold farm. What we have here, this is a little pig breeder. Just come over here and feed them carrots when I need more pigs, but on the inside, I does not have shovel. On the inside here, underneath these honey blocks right here, are hoppers that just go right to there. And I've got 2 golems on the side for collecting. Oh, because I'm in creative. What does I need? There we go. We need to go survival. Get some snowballs. And that's the only reason I have them here. You obviously don't need 2. 1 would be just fine. But if I set the weather to the thunder, and then we just... if you see that? Now they're mad at me. And why can't I... And when it's thundering out, you just come in here, let the thunder do the work. You just grab a snowball and anger them. Occasionally, obviously, you'll get... I'm going to turn that down for a second. Occasionally, you'll get pigs in there, but you can just sit there and go through a whole bunch of them. And the honey should keep them from ever getting to you, even though it does look like sometimes they're getting close. And as you kill them off, more will get angry. And then, as you can see, I'm going to take those with me. Yeah, honey, ham, gold farm. Nice little, and XP as well. And you just keep doing this, so you got no pigs, and then you go back to your villager breeding. Or, villager. You just go breed some more, basically. Oh, I just killed my snowman. Probably want to actually just put the snowman further back on one side, because your sword swings will occasionally be just long enough to get them. This is super nothing real special. And just going to keep dropping stuff here so we can kind of get a good estimate, because we also, yeah, there's going to be some that land out there. Yeah, and once you got a few of them going, the thunderstorm should really do the work for you. It might be a good idea with your the pig breeder over there. Obviously, don't put a lightning rod over it, but just to put a top on it in general, just so they can't be struck by lightning back over there. And see, here comes the next batch, angry at me. Looting would probably be the best thing to have on a sword for this farm. And then, once again, we're just... So as you can see, while it's not the most efficient, this farm is pretty darn handy for what it is. And this I've done just all on camera, so you guys can kind of see it. But yeah, see it now. I've taken out both snow golems, so these would probably be better off somewhere else. Anger them some more. But yeah, all these swords. You could even put. Probably be best to extend this whole thing back. Put a furnace in here. You could smelt down the swords and get gold. Have a little crafting table to make these nuggets into ingots. But yeah, it's a nice little convenient gold farm to start. I built this, I think, in my first or second episode, so it's really nice. You don't even have to go to the Nether for gold, and it works wonderfully. And then there's these guys in the way. Oh, until you accidentally leave the gate open and they come after you. But that is that. I'm trying to just finish this all off here. So as you can see, really, really nice. Especially for a beginner farm, I think. So yeah, that is the Overworld Gold Farm. And I'm sure there are ways to improve the efficiency. I've got these lightning rods spaced out every 4, because the area of effect of a lightning strike, like actually changing these, it seems to be a range of about 2 to 3. So I figured this way, wherever they're standing, I try to stay 2 blocks away from the edge of the fence at all times. Otherwise your pigs just escape. It's kind of the concept there, but that is it in a nutshell. Really nice and easy. I lit this up just for diagramming it out purposes, but I mean, you could just make this even simpler and just make a simple channel where all the pigs can be, and you can make it as efficient or simple as you want. Is kind of the concept with that one. Now on to some concepts that aren't in the game but should be. 1, you should be able to lightning strike a lightning rod and get a skeleton horse, I think. Why? I know this is intentional. They don't want the trap horses have to come down naturally. It's a rare occurrence, but thunderstorms already in themselves are kind of rare, and most of the time you sleep through them, so I think it'd be a nice feature. Maybe, is there an achievement associated with, or an advancement associated with skeleton horses at all? I don't know if there actually is an advancement for it, but maybe that could be the way to nerf it. The advancement only comes from the natural, but you could still get a skeleton horse. But yeah, I think something to do with them and lightning. A lot of this video was me coming up, or trying to think of ways to use lightning in builds and stuff. Because it is so rare, it's kind of fun. I was reading online, maybe it's a bedrock or an old feature, but you used to be able to, when it was a thunderstorm, you'd lightning a cow, and the block underneath them would turn to mycelium, and I thought that'd be really cool for making them, you know, the start to a mycelium farm, making a bunch of cows. I was going to do that, and then I tested it a bunch, and it doesn't work. But things like that could be in the game. Another one I really want in the game is this right here. You put a lightning rod on a brewing stand. The key to this would be to not have any fuel in it. So no blaze rod powder, and just 3 empty water bottles. And you cajole lightning rod, and you catch lightning in a bottle. Now, what lightning in a bottle would be comparable to a splash potion of harming. But you could actually use it in daytime or anytime. Not even, doesn't have to be thunder or anything like that. Be kind of a new ranged attack you could have. So if there's zombies or something, or this creeper right here, wham! But, you know, it'd be a lightning strike. Ooh, we could actually charge creepers that way, too. Do these not hurt skeletons? Obviously not. Maybe I don't know how things work in this game. But yeah, just imagine every time I'm doing this, lightning is striking. Be a kind of an interesting feature. I just like the concept of lightning in a bottle, but those are two kind of conceptual ideas I would just like to see in the game. And finally, this guy right here. Perhaps you're really far away or haven't found a swamp, or simply don't want to put in all the grind to clear out and make a witch farm. Well, what if you could make a witch farm on a budget? Again, not efficient, as none of these farms really are, but hang on a second, I need to... So, we got a really simple villager breeder here, and this one I haven't tested, so we'll find out if it works. But really simple villager breeder. Those two share carrots back and forth, and then babies spawn and they think they can get to these beds, but they fall through this hole right here. This trapdoor stops them two from getting out. Oh, I think I need to actually add a composter for that guy, maybe. I don't know if that improved, but you get the basic concept. You build yourself a villager breeder, get the babies far enough away, and then, if it's thundering out, come up here, or get a good vantage point where it's not going to hurt you, and bam! We've got witches. And then, once you've got all these witches in here, we simply make a machine that crushes them. See, underneath them all is currently soul soil, so all their drops, as you can see, some of them got out there. So obviously this can be managed to be better. This is my first test of this thing, so I'm kind of want to run it completely through and see how it does. Apparently they can get up and out, so it may be a good idea to close this thing off. Just get them to a point where they can't get out. And we go like that again. But, okay. It's kind of enough testing. As you can see, yeah, they're on soul soil, so the hoppers running underneath will collect their goods. And we are getting all our little goods here. So I imagine there's ways to improve the efficiency on this as well. This is sort of the simplest off the top of my head sort of design that I could think of. So a nice little starting witch farm for all the drops they have. Probably a more efficient way to kill them as well. I really don't know enough about witches, their healing, how they work, so I just kind of went with suffocation as a concept, but I'm sure everything about this can be improved, but again, much like the gold farm, these are simply useless, but, or inefficient, not necessarily useless, but inefficient kind of starter farms, so yeah, that's the concept. There are still some tanky witches, but that's not too bad. I think. I have no idea. Maybe. I don't know what witch drops are on average. And obviously lighting up my area. This is like lit up in like a 30 block radius, but nothing beyond that. No caves. Maybe building it way up in the air or something. There are probably a lot of ways to maximize the efficiency of this. But this was just for the concept alone. But yeah, there you go. A beginner's witch farm. Baby's first witch farm. Baby's first gold farm. That's the idea with this video. And you can also make really cool lighting things. With this, this is one of my favorites. I kind of forgot about this. This is an older test world where I just come and I'll get one random idea in my head and I will just start doing it and see how it comes out. And might actually use that for something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind that for a design. Cool little thing. And then if lightning ever hits one of these, it'll unwax the copper, so cool beans. But that is all I have for the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in whatever's next. Bye-bye.